north side, one of our 3 haunts that we go to every year on the north side, this was Hair Raiser. It's good every year. Was 2016 also good?
Yes, excellent. This is one that's always consistently good. I've always enjoyed it every year we've gone. This year was actually exceptionally good. This year, I'd have to say it's the best year for Hair Raiser. It was entertaining from start to finish. I mean, they had great sets. The actors were great. I like the one, yells at you that you're in like in a cannibal type area, like in the woods, and the guy's, get off my porch. That was funny. They have some cool effects in there. They do use screens, like you see them a lot in haunts, but for a haunt, to me, this is a value haunt.
Yeah, because keep in mind, some background on this. This is this is all volunteer, younger kids, high school age or less. And actually, it's more grammar school age, grade school age than high school age in here primarily. Right. Maybe some high school kids too. So it's that level of haunt, just so you know.
Right. And they have a lot of technology. So they actually have screens like with zombies and various ones that we see like the last few years. They actually have projections on the wall, which are very well done. The actors in there are great. I really enjoyed the actors. And then they fool you with things. You hit, like they have the dot room and they get you on that. And then there was a white room when then a white figure came out. They got you. And then you went to a dark room, a black room, and then someone came out of the wall there. I know there were some drop-down windows that got me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't looking. He was making fun of me.
Yeah.
And
it was like, ah!
Yeah.
Like that.
Got me. But that's always a good haunt. If they can get me, then that means I enjoy it, and that makes the haunt. Because that's what you're there for. You want them to scare you or get you or entertain. That's what it's all about. If they can entertain you and make you laugh, and because it's funny and entertaining, then I love the haunt. If they can make me jump or scare me, unexpectedly, then I like the haunt. That's what I look for. It only takes a couple things in a haunt to make me enjoy it.
Yep.
So in this case, they had the good. They got me. Made me jump. They had the entertaining actors. They had that. Great scenes, great sets. There's one particular set where you feel like you're trapped. It's a dead end, and there's it's an area with a fireplace, and then the walls move. Excellent. I have you don't see that very often. And this is a great value haunt. It's one. Yes, there's scares, but it's still family friendly at the same time. But this one I really loved it. It was 5 chainsaws for me. I really enjoyed Hair Raiser.
Okay, the thing about Hair Raiser that I really love, it's a haunt with heart. Younger kids, all volunteers, but some of the stuff they do is quite impressive. For example, if you go to a big pay haunt run by some haunt conglomerate, they may have Hollywood-style sets, but they have the money to have Hollywood-style sets, okay? That's what they're there for. For-profit business, that's what they do. And it may be great sets, but lacking that sort of heart and enthusiasm. And that's what Hair Raiser has in spades. It really does. And it also has great sets, too. For example, the very first scene when you walk in is an outdoor campsite scene. It's got trees in there. It's got even cutout trees in the background that light shines through. Really nicely done. Almost like theatrical sets. Swing sets and everything. And there's a giant camper in there too at the end. An actual full-size, not a real camper. It's built for this, but it looks really good. And you walk through and there's zombies and stuff. And then you go in the camper and there's a guy sitting in there. And he jumps out at you. And he's like, get out of my house. In a funny way, though. Not trying to be scary. And that's the other thing about Hair Raiser. I found myself laughing a lot of the way through because a lot of the actors know how to be creatively entertaining. So some people might go to haunts and they say, you know what, little kids, they're not going to scare me. Young kids, I'm an adult. It's not really about that. It's about being entertained. And Hair Raiser is definitely entertaining. There's so many different rooms. I have to say, hats off to the jungle scene. They often have a gorilla in Hair Raiser. How often do you see gorillas in haunts? You don't. But this one had 2 gorillas, and they both had minty fresh breath. It was hilarious because the gorilla kept following me around like, boy, the breath is really nice. Because, you don't want to have a stinky actor in front of you in a haunt, right? You don't want to have... This actor was great. He was hilarious. He kept coming up to me. And I was like, hey, that's pretty nice. That's pretty good. But anyway, and there was a guy in the middle, too, dressed in camouflage. He's like, get out of my jungle, which I thought was hilarious, right? I mean, what do you see that in a haunt? In any case, really entertaining. hats off to the classroom scene. There was a classroom scene with homework plastered along the walls, like sheets. It was a dark room, it had desks and things, and there were sheets of homework. Well, one of the sheets of homework was being held by a guy dressed all in black, and all of a sudden he jumps out at you, and he's got the homework on his hand. Very effective. It looked like it was right on the wall. Really, really well done. So Hellraiser is known for its scenes. It's subtitled Haunted Scenes, and that's what it is. You go from one scene to the next, and they're often very well detailed and very nicely done. So you've got hospital things in there, jungle scenes, clown scenes, spider scenes, which are all really nice. And some of them have props. There was even an electrical room scene, which we see quite often, where the guy has the wire and he's hitting it against the cage and it sparks. But what was cool about this room is that hanging down, they had these fiber optic cables that looked like broken electrical wires, and they were kind of sparking, even though it wasn't real sparks. It was kind of fiber optics, but it was really cool. Nice addition to that type of thing. Nicely done. One other thing I wanted to mention that was really cool that Laura mentioned was this white room filled with white mannequins, and one was real. And as we were walking through, I said to Laura, wouldn't it be cool if right after the white room, they had a dark room with dark mannequins where one of them was real? And lo and behold, the next room we step into is this room filled with dark mannequins, and one of them was real. Very good. And he blended in really well. Excellent. Nice. Hats off to that, because they had the white doll room before, but now they have the white and black contrasting. Nicely done. Nice design and layout. And I also have to mention the striped room. A corridor, long stripy corridor. It's stripes on all sides and on the top and at the end, and it gets smaller as you walk down. So you're walking through and you get these, and then when you turn around, there's this blank face figure that's following you too. Really good. Make no mistake, just because it's younger actors and a smaller scale haunt, it's still highly entertaining. In fact, I would recommend it over many other haunts in the same price range, and definitely over some haunts that are in a bigger price range. So this is a value haunt. It's $10. It's at least 10 minutes long. You'll really like it. Hellraiser, 5 out of 5 for me. Okay, one of a trilogy of Northside haunts for us. This one we do every single year, and we love it every single year. Was this year any exception, or was it more the same? This is Hellraiser.
No, there was an exception. I mean, this was great. I mean, we always love it. Hellraiser always is a haunt that you can count on to be good. You're going to be entertained. I always enjoy it. I look forward to it. This year, it was exceptional. It was even better than I remembered. I think it was probably the best year that we've seen at I almost said Hellraiser, with Pinhead in it.
Oh my goodness. Man, blooper gold tonight.
Up. I'm like, oh, it's been a rough day.
This is normal.
Yes. Okay.
All right, start again.
All right. Why did I call it Hellraiser? Okay. Hellraiser. Let me start. Where did I leave off?
We'll start again.
Okay.